I have every faith that this devastating national conflict shall be resolved, and that the accord between both sides shall also serve as an ultimate solution to the feral teenage problem. But until that glorious day, I am instituting an 8 p.m. curfew for anyone under the age of 18. President Moss, on the Heartland War, 2 weeks prior to his assassination by militant New Jersey separatists. Good evening, the Arcane Detective here. Today's case file is on the Heartland War, or the Second American Civil War, which was a conflict between the Choice Brigade and the Life Army. As the names of the two forces suggest, this conflict was fought over the single issue of abortion. Though it should be mentioned that there was a third side in the conflict, which was the remnants of the United States military. Unfortunately, over the span of the 9-year conflict, the military was not very successful in its goal of stopping the killing. The war, in and of itself, was a bloody and terrible one, with the pro-life side killing abortion doctors, and the pro-choice side having people getting pregnant just to sell their fetal tissue. The Admiral is one of the few people known to have served in the Heartland War, as well as being one of the people there when the Unwind Accord was signed. It should also be mentioned that the Native American tribes did not sign the Unwind Accord and stayed neutral during the Heartland War. Information regarding the Heartland War is difficult to come by. There are two main reasons for this. The first is that no one wanted to remember the Heartland War, as it was a brutal one. As said by the Admiral, the war became less about the issue of abortion and more about how each side hated the other. The second reason is that information on the Heartland War, and by extension the teen uprising, was expunged from the internet by proactive citizenry and the U.S. government. However, a few details are known about the Heartland War. One being the use of Harrier Whisperer bombers, an aircraft used extensively during the war. There is also the case of the Catawba Mansion, which was used as the Midwestern headquarters for both the Choice Brigade and Life Army. The Mansion after the war would be used by the anti-divisional resistance. Over the course of the Heartland War, the school system began to fail, leading to quote-unquote feral teens, and eventually to the teen uprising, a time when some of the teens would become the first clappers, suicide bombers with explosive chemicals in their bloodstream that activated when clapping their hands together. Due to the problem of ferals, President Moss would, before his assassination by New Jersey separatists, order an 8 p.m. curfew for anyone under the age of 18. The end of the Heartland War would be the signing of the Unwind Accord and the Bill of Life, which states that a child's life is protected at conception until the age of 13, in which then a child can be retroactively aborted on the condition that the child doesn't technically die. The Unwind Accord and the end of the Heartland War would give rise to the process and practice of unwinding. Well, you know what they say. A house divided against itself cannot stand. And yes, I do know that this case file is timely. So with that, stay sane and stay whole. I hope you all have a good day, and as always, good evening.